Now I'd like to ask three of the skippers up on stage here who will be taking part in next year's race. They are Michael Hennessey, Joe Harris, and Benjamin Poucher. Now, just a little bit about everybody there. Joe Harris on the end, he has been most recently campaigning the Open 50 Griffin Solo for a long time, which he had quite a lot of success with. But he's decided he wants to get into the Class 40. Benjamin Poucher in the middle there, he's been working as a professional in the marine racing industry for a long time, and he would very much like to take advantage of this race and get himself a boat and go racing. And Michael Hennessey, who has been a big proponent in this class and other short-handed classes, and sits on the board of the Class 40. So to kick it off, I'd like to get the guys just to say a little bit about their motivation for competing in the Atlantic Cup, and then we will take any questions you guys have.
For the last, well, I guess from about 2004 to 2008, I campaigned an Open 50 called Griffin Solo. Actually, Hugh was the project manager, and we went all over the world, mainly to Europe, though, and participated in a lot of the events that are similar to what's now going on with Class 40, transoceanic races, Figaro-style races, point-to-point racing, and it was truly great. And I kept wishing that we could bring all that fun and excitement from Europe back here to the States, and it's been a little bit difficult, I think, to do that. I think short-handed sailing, single and double-handed sailing, is growing, but even racing, level racing, has not quite come across the pond quite so well. So when I sold my boat about a year or so ago and began looking at Class 40s, because it's just had explosive growth. I think there's over 100 sailing, and in the Route du Rhum race that's going on right now, there's 46 boats being sailed single-handed from France down to Guadeloupe. I think it's the biggest class of this type around, so I just really wanted to get into it. So I've ordered up a boat, and it's coming in the spring, and I hope it'll be here in time.
We all do.
And I'm really, really excited to be in Class 40, and I think it's just fantastic what Hugh and Juliana have been able to put together here, and I'm hoping that it'll showcase Class 40 for the sailing world and get people excited about it and get more boats into the class. So.
I'm going to come into it a completely different angle on that one. I've been working in the industry, organizing racing programs and sailing professionally, but mainly I'm the guy behind the scenes, putting boats together, running racing programs, doing logistics, taking care of all the odd and ends, making it happen for a lot of these guys that own the boats. I've raced with Joe, went to Bermuda. I've helped Hugh quite a bit. And this is an opportunity that I probably wouldn't get otherwise. My co-skipper and I, Tim Fetch, have worked together for about 6 or 7 years. And it's an opportunity for us to get into racing, and now we're in the forefront. It gives us an opportunity to be the guys that are stepping out from behind the scenes and see if we've actually learned anything about racing over the last 6 or 7 years, and try and prove ourselves. And the way that the setup is with the offshore double-handed legs gives us young guys a little advantage. And hopefully when we get into Newport, we can put together a team of characters that most of these guys and a lot of people haven't seen, that have worked behind the scenes but have raced a lot. Some of them Olympic sailors, some of them young guys, some of them a little older. Hopefully we can put together a team that's entertaining to media sources, but also very good sailors. So, the inshore and the offshore and the double-handed, and the boat's magnificent. I got to start working on the Class 40s, helping guys to actually help prepare the boat that you went to Bermuda on this year. And they're just a fantastic all-around good boat. You can race them inshore, you can race them offshore. They're fast, they're fun. you know, you can throw 6 or 7 people on them and have a good time out in New York Harbor and try and avoid some of the ferries. But I think this is an opportunity that, you know, I can't really pass up. Hopefully we can work on getting sponsorship and get out in the line and see what we can do.
Excellent. Thanks. My name is Michael Hennessey. I own a Class 40 by the name of Dragon that I've been racing here in the U.S. for the last couple of years. I got involved in the class actually in 2006 when I was getting out of my previous boat and looking for something that I could use offshore, point-to-point, and transatlantic. And at that time, the class was just getting off the ground. It was just started racing in 2006 with 28 some odd boats in the Route de Rome that year. So I went to Europe and I learned everything I could about the boat and what was going on in the class, and I was really excited by what I saw. It really offered a platform that didn't exist at the time at that size, that price point, and that kind of racing. Very exciting box rule, very quick boats for their size and their price, a good value to the owners. And the class is really well run and really wants to grow and has grown tremendously over the last 4 years. There are, as Joe mentioned, 102 boats that are currently registered with the class. There's probably another 20 to 30 boats out there that have been launched but never really got a number from the class because they didn't intend to race them within class racing. They are hybrid in the sense that they can be cruised as well as raced, and there are lots of people who own their boats who will race it and then put a few amenities on and go cruising for a week or two on it. And they're also blazing fast as well. This year's Route de Rome, it's sort of another milestone for the class. In 2006, we had 28 boats in the race. This year, as Joe mentioned, we had 46 boats sign up for it. 40 of those boats are going to be finishing. The first one's finished today in Guadeloupe. And after 3,500 miles of racing, the first boat finished about 3 hours before the second boat. The second boat finished about 2 hours before the third boat. The third boat finished about 3 minutes before the fourth boat. So incredibly tight racing. This year on the way to Bermuda, we did double-handed. We had 5 Class 40s to Bermuda this year. And for the last 200 miles, we were match racing amongst 3 of us. I had 2 boats that were within sight of me for the last 200 miles, 150 to 200 miles. And we were making match racing decisions in terms of covering and making sure we were staying on top of our competition. So they're very exciting platforms. There's 25 different designers that have launched boats within the class, and any given day, any one of those 25 boats designs could actually win a race. So exciting racing, great platform, great offshore platform. Hopefully age and guile will beat youth and vigor. Both on the water and on the entertainment value. We'll do our best to keep up with you there.
Tweeting.
Yeah.
A lot of tweeting.
So
Tweet about you right now.
I have an open Inmarsat account, so we'll see what we can do with that.
All right.
But when Juliana and Hugh approached me 2 years ago with the early concept of this race, it sounded really intriguing. One of the benefits the class has is that because it's such a large organization at this point in terms of boats and what it can bring to a race, 44 boats in the Route de Rome, the largest single class in the Route de Rome, we get approached by every race organizer on the planet at this point. But we have nothing like this in the U.S. Lots of opportunities in the States and nothing like this in the U.S. And as I've watched them develop this concept and grow it over the course of the intervening 24 months, it's clear that they've really put together something very special here. And we're really excited to be part of it, and we're really happy that they've chosen the Class 40 as the platform. We think it's the right boat for the platform, and we think it's going to reward everyone who follows the race with some really exciting racing, some good things to watch.